Hi dear students, welcome to online classes. I am your Virpokshi BP. Today I am going to discuss about nomenclature of elements with atomic number greater than 100. A UPSC system has given some names for digits from 0 to 9. IUPAC system, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Digits from 0 to 9. 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For these digits, it has given some names. The names are 0 is known as nil, 1 is known as un, 2 is known as bi, 3 is known as tri, 4 is known as quad, 5 is known as pent, 6 is known as ex, 7 is known as sept, 8 is known as oct, 9 is known as n. These are the names for digits from 0 to 9. Now symbols. Symbols. The first alphabetical letters of their names are symbols. First alphabetical letter. In this name, the first alphabetical letter is N. N is the symbol of this name. Next, in this, U is the first alphabetical letter in un. So U. Here B. In this case T. Here Q. Here P. Here H. Here S. Here O. Here N. The first alphabetical letters are their symbols. This is the first case. Okay, next B. In all elements, suffix is IUM. Suffix is IUM. At the end of all the elements, you have to add IUM. The suffix means at the end of the name. At the end of the name, you have to write IUM. Now let us take one example. Write IUPAC name for atomic number 101. For atomic number 101, you have to write IUPAC name. Here 101. 1 is known as un. 0 is known as nil. 1 is known as un. See here, 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 1 is known as un. Now you write name for atomic number 101. You start with alphabetical letters. Un, right? Capital letter. Un. Next 0 means nil. Next 1 means un. Next, at the end of the name you have to add IUM because it is suffix. Suffix is IUM. Un, nil, unium. Now you write a symbol of this element. See, un, its symbol is capital U. Nil, small n. Un, small u. This is the symbol of this element. Next, you write IUPAC name for atomic number 102. Here 1 means un, 0 means nil, 2 means what? 2 is known as bi. Now you write, you start from alphabetical letter U. 1 means un, 0 means nil, 2 means what? Bi. And what is the suffix? IUM. In this case, there are two i's are obtained. Here there is one I, here also there is one I. If there are two i's, just you put one I. This is the un, nil, bium or bium name of 102 atomic number. Now you write symbol U, N, B. U for un, N for nil, B for bi. This is the symbol of un, nil, bium. Next you write IUPAC name for atomic number 103. 103. Next 1 is known what? 1 is known as un. Next 0 is known as nil. 3 is known as try. And um. Just you put one I. Next, what is the symbol of this element? U N T. U for un, N for nil, T for try. Fourth one, 105. Sorry, 104. Here, 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 4 is known as quad. 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 4 is known as quad. And what is the suffix? IUM. Un, nil, quadium. And what is the symbol of this element? You just write capital U, N, Q. N for U for un, N for nil, Q for quad. Next, fifth, 105. 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 5 is known as pent. 5 is known as pent. Un, nil, pentium. Pent. What is suffix? IUM. Un, nil, pentium. And you write symbol capital U, small n and P. Capital U for un, small n for nil, P for pent. Next, atomic number 106. 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 6 is known as ex. Un, nil, exium. And what is suffix? IUM, exium. And write symbol capital U, small n and H. Here U for un, N for nil, H for exium. Next, 7th, 107. Write IUPAC name for atomic number 107. 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 7 is known as sept. Un, nil, septium. Un, nil, septium. Sept. Un, nil, septium. Un means 1, nil for 0, sept for 7. And what is the suffix? IUM. And you write symbol UNS. Capital U for un, small n for nil, S for sept. 108. 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 8 is known as oct. Un, nil, oct. What is the suffix? IUM. The symbol is capital U, N and O. Capital U for un, small n for nil, O is for oct. Next, 109. Now write IUPAC name for atomic number 109. 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, 9 is known as hen, n. And what is the suffix? IUM. You write symbol capital U, N and E. Capital U for un, small n for nil, E for n. In this way you have to write names for elements with atomic number greater than 100. Some more examples. You write IUPAC name for atomic number 110. 1 is known as un, 1 is known as un, 0 is known as nil, un, nil. Un, UN. You start from capital letter. Un, nil, sorry, un, 1 is there, so un, 0 means nil. And what is the IUPAC, what is the suffix? IUM. The suffix is IUM. What is the symbol of this element? Capital U, small u and n. Capital U for un, small u for un, and N for nil. Next 1 1 1. You write name for atomic number 1 1 1. 1 means un. Second one un. 1 means un. 1 is known as un. 1 is known as un. Here one more 1 is there, un. And what is the suffix? IUM. Now you write a symbol of this element. Capital U, small u and small u. Capital U for un. Two small u's for un. Next, you write IUPAC name for atomic number 112. 1 is known as un. 1 is known as un. 2 is known as bi. Here the suffix is not IUM. You just UM. You just put one I. To put one I, you just write UM. Capital U, small u and b. This is the symbol of this element. Next, you write IUPAC name for atomic number 113. 1 is known as un. There is one more 1. You write in small letters. Un, try. Here also you don't write IUM. Just you write UM. Trium. Capital U, small u and T. This is the symbol of this element. Next, 114. You write name for atomic number 114. 1 is known as un. 1 is known as un. You write in capital small letters. 4 quad. IUM. Suffix is IUM. Capital U, small u and Q. This is the symbol of quadium. 15th, 115. 1 is known as un. 1 is known as un and 5 is known as pent. And what is the suffix? IUM. And write the symbol capital U, small u and P. This is the symbol of this element. Capital U for un, small u for un, P for pent. 16, 116. Write IUPAC name for atomic number 116. 1 is known as un. There is one more 1. 1 is known as un, but you write in small letters. 6. 6 means eggs. What is the suffix? IUM. UH. This is the symbol of this element. 17. 117. 1 is known as un. 1 is known as un, but you write in a small letter. Un. 7 is known as sept. And what is the suffix? IUM. Capital U, small u and S. This is the symbol of this element. Next, last one, 118. What is 1? 1 means un. What is the meaning of 1? UN. 8 means oct. 8 means oct. What is the suffix? IUM. Capital U, small u and O. This is the symbol of this element. There are 118 elements are present in periodic table. So you write up to 118 elements. And this is important for 1 mark. The next concept is classification of elements into S, P, D and F blocks. This classification is based on type of orbital which receives the last electron, and there is a separate chapter for S block elements and P block elements and D and F block elements. There we shall study in details, but here we just discuss general characteristics of S block elements, P block elements, D and F block elements. Now let us start with S block elements, and this classification is based on what? It is based on the type of orbital in which the last electron enters. It is based on type of orbital in which the last electron enters. The last electron enters. Okay, now let us start with S block elements. S block elements. In exam they will ask like this, write general characteristics of S block elements. They will ask for 2 marks. The first one, what are S block elements? The elements in which the last electron enters into S orbital are called S block elements. The elements in which the last electron enters into S orbital. Those elements are called S block elements. Next, what is the general electronic configuration of S block elements? The general electronic configuration is noble gas NS1 to 2 electrons. This is the general electronic configuration of S block elements. And what is general valence shell electronic configuration? General valence shell. General valence shell electronic configuration is NS1 to 2. This is the general electronic configuration. This is general valence shell electronic configuration. Valence shell means last shell. In S subshell, maximum how many electrons we can fill? Maximum we can fill 2 electrons. That's why S block elements are classified into 2 groups, group 1 and group 2 elements. S block elements are classified into 2 groups, group 1 elements and group 2 elements. Group 1 elements and group 2 elements. Group 1 elements have NS1 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 2 elements have NS2 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 1 elements have NS1, group 2 elements have NS2 general valence shell electronic configuration. What are the elements are present in group 1? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. And what are the elements present in group 2? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Right? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. The last 2 elements, in the group 1 the last element and in the group 2 the last elements are radioactive elements. Radioactive elements. And lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium elements are called alkali metals. They are alkali metals. And group 2 elements are called as alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. Why these metals are called alkali metals? Because when these metals dissolve in water, they form alkali. They form hydroxides. Hydroxides means base or alkali. Alkali. Hydroxides, that means base or alkali. Even though group 2 elements, when they dissolve in water, group 2 elements, when they dissolve in water, they form hydroxide, metal hydroxides. Because of formation of base or alkali, they are alkaline earth metals. Okay, why these metals are called alkali metals? Because when metals are dissolved in water, they form base or alkali. And group 2 elements, when these dissolve in water, they form base or alkali. And group 2 elements are found on the earth. That's why alkaline earth metals. Group 2 elements are alkaline earth metals. Next point, S block elements are reactive metals. Why? Because S block elements have low ionization energy. S block elements are reactive metals. Reactive metals with low ionization energy. With low ionization energy. Low ionization energy. Next, group 1 elements and group 2 elements are ready to lose 1 or 2 electrons to form unipositive and dipositive. Why? Because group 1 and group 2 elements have low ionization energy. Group 1 and group 2 elements. Group 2 elements can readily lose 1 or 2 electrons. 1 or 2 electrons to form unipositive. Unipositive means plus 1. Unipositive or dipositive ions. Dipositive means plus 2. They are ready to lose 1 or 2 electrons to form unipositive or dipositive ions. Sixth one, the compounds of S block elements are ionic in nature. The compounds of S block elements. The compounds of S block elements are ionic in nature. Ionic in nature, except lithium and beryllium. Except lithium and beryllium. Remaining all S block elements, their compounds are in ionic in nature. Lithium and beryllium compounds are in covalent in nature. And S block elements does not occur in nature in pure state. Always they occurs in combined state. Why? Because of reactive metals. Because of reactivity, high reactivity, they does not occur in nature in pure state. S block elements does not occur in nature in pure state. In pure state due to high reactivity. Because S block elements are more reactive metals, that's why they don't occur in nature in pure state. They always occur in combined state. For example, sodium chloride and magnesium chloride. These are the general characteristics of S block elements. The next one, P block elements. What are p block elements? The elements in which the last electron enters into p orbital. The elements in which the last electron enters into p orbital. These elements are called p block elements. What are p block elements? The elements in which the last electron enters into p orbitals. Those elements are called p block elements. And what is the general electronic configuration of p block elements? The general, G means general, electronic configuration. General electronic configuration is noble gas, NS2, NP, 1 to 6 electrons. This is the general electronic configuration of p block elements. Noble gas, NS2, NP, 1 to 6 electrons. Then what is the general valence shell electronic configuration? General valence shell electronic configuration is just you write the outermost shell electronic configuration, NS2, NP, 1 to 6. This is the outermost shell electronic configuration or valence shell electronic configuration. Next, in p subshell, maximum how many electrons we can fill? Maximum we can fill 6 electrons. So p block elements are classified into 6 groups. From group 13 to 18 elements. From group 13 to 18 elements are p block elements. From group 13 to group 18 elements are called p block elements. Now, p block elements are classified into 6 groups, right? I will write here. It is classified into 6 groups. Group 13 to group 13 to 18, group 13, group 14, group 15, group 16, group 17, group 18 elements are p block. Group 13 elements, group 14 elements, group 15 elements, 16, 17, 18. All elements are p block elements. Why? Because in all elements the last electron is entered into p orbitals. Group 13 elements have NS2 NP1 electronic configuration. Group 13 elements have NS2 NP1 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 14 elements have NS2 NP2 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 15 elements have NS2 NP3 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 16 elements have NS2 NP4 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 17 elements have NS2 NP5 valence shell electronic configuration. Group 18 elements have NS2 NP6 valence shell electronic configuration. And group 13 elements are called as boron family. Group 13 elements also called as boron family. And group 14 elements are called as carbon family. And group 15 elements are called as nitrogen family. Are also called as nicotinogens. Okay. Group 16 elements are called as oxygen family. And even 16 group elements also called as chalcogens. What is the meaning of chalcogen? Chalcogen means ore forming elements. 16 group elements are ore forming elements. That's why they are called as chalcogens. That means they produce ores. 16 group elements, they produce ores. That's why they are called as chalcogens. And 16 group elements are called as fluorine family. Fluorine family are also called as halogens, and also called as halogens. What is the meaning of halogens? Halogens means salt forming. Salt forming. Salt forming. Group 17 elements, they are ready to produce salts with group 1 elements and group 2 elements. That's why group 17 elements are called halogens. Halogens means salt forming. And group 18 elements are called noble gases. Noble gases, or also it is called as inert gases. Inert gases. One more name is there, zero group elements. Zero group elements. The 18 elements are called as noble gases, inert gases, or zero group gases. Why group 18 elements are called as noble gases? Why? Because group 18 elements have most stable electronic configuration. They have most stable electronic configuration. In outermost shell, all subshells are completely filled. See here, S, Ns2, Np6. There are 8 electrons present in outermost shell. That's why it is octet configuration. Octet configuration is most stable than other electronic configuration. Because of most stable, group 18 elements, they don't lose or gain electrons. That's why they are called as noble gases, inert gases, or zero group gases. Inert means they does not participate in chemical reaction. Because of most stable electronic configuration, they don't ready to lose or gain electrons. I will write here group 18 elements. Group 18 elements have most stable electronic configuration. Most stable electronic configuration. Most stable electronic configuration. Ns2, Np6. This is the most stable electronic configuration. Also it is called as octet configuration. Octet configuration. Why? Because there are 8 electrons present in outermost shell. 2 plus 6, 8 electrons. Octet means 8 electrons. Therefore, they don't lose or gain electrons. They don't lose or gain electrons. Hence they are called as noble gases. Hence they are called as noble gases. Noble gases. Why group 18 elements are noble gases? Because they have more stable electronic configuration. They have most stable electronic configuration. Because of stable electronic configuration, they don't lose or gain electrons. That's why they are called as noble gases. The next point, group 16 elements and group 17 elements have more negative electron gain enthalpy. Because group 16 and group 17 elements have more tendency to gain 1 or 2 electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. Group 17 and group 16 elements have Ns2, Np4 valence shell electronic configuration, and group 17 elements have Ns2 and Np5. To become stable, to attain stable electronic configuration, how many electrons are required for group 16 elements? 2 electrons are required. So they have more tendency to gain 2 electrons. and group 17 elements ns2 np5 to attain stable electronic configuration. How many electrons are required for group 17 elements? 1 electron. So group 16 and group 17 elements have more tendency to gain 1 or 2 electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. So they have more electron gain enthalpy. Group 16 and 17 elements have more negative electron gain enthalpy. Because they have more tendency to gain electron, because they are ready to gain 1 or 2 electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration. Just by gaining 1 or 2 electrons, the outermost valence shell electronic configuration becomes stable. Just see, group 16 elements have ns2 np4 valence shell electronic configuration. Just by gaining 2 electrons, it becomes stable electronic configuration. That's why they have ready to gain 2 electrons. Group 17 elements have ns2 and np5 valence shell electrons. Just by gaining 1 electron, it becomes stable or octet configuration. That's why they have more negative electron gain enthalpy. What is the meaning of electron gain enthalpy? Electron gain enthalpy means energy change during addition of electrons or gaining of electrons. Okay, next point. Non-metallic character increases from left to right. And metallic character decreases from left to right. As you go from left to right in the periodic table, non-metallic character increases, but metallic character decreases. Metallic character increases down the group, but from left to right, metallic character decreases in the periodic table. These are the general characteristics of p block elements. The next concept is representative elements or main group elements. What are representative elements? The elements of S and P block except group 18 elements are called representative elements. The elements of S and P block, except group 18 elements are called as main group elements. Okay, this is for 1 mark. In today's class, we have discussed nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100 and general characteristics of S block elements and general characteristics of P block elements, and what are representative elements. What are representative elements? The elements of S and P blocks except 18th group elements are called as representative elements. We will continue in next class. Thank you.